Hello and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, what I like to do is to create videos that I would have found helpful when I first got out looking for treasure. Today we're going to open up a package. I think this one is of silverware that I got from the online auction. So let's just deploy the scissors and see what we got. The reason I grabbed this auction was that the seller hadn't put any backs of the silverware on the pictures, but I purchased a different auction, and I'll try to put a little pip right there to link to it, that was the same way, and it turned out it had some pretty dang good coin silver in it. And this one potentially has coin silver in it. I just kind of waited until the price went down a bit, and when it hit the, I think I have to check again, it was like $28, something like that mark. I thought, you know what, we'll gamble on this one and we'll see what we come up with. So if nothing else, this will be a very good lot to go through and to say this is plate and that's why. But hopefully we got some coin silver in here. I think it may not be, but we'll see. All right. Now, one of the things that'll happen when you're buying silverware a lot is you'll start to go, oh yeah, wait, I know that pattern, and then you don't necessarily even need to flip it over and go, yeah. I mean, what do we got here? We've got community silver. Now the nice thing is that it's telling us it's plate, but all community is it's Oneida's plate brand. So, but it's a very common pattern. So you go, oh, yep, hey, that's plate, which is nice because after a while you're like, I don't have to even pick that one up because I know plate. Or if you're buying in online auctions, you can actually just start to pick out the patterns. Now that can take a little bit of time and a little bit of experience, but this one I should note is plate because you can see here where it says Crown Silver Company. With these American, more modern, here you can see where the plate's coming through. You can see where the plate's coming through. That's the typical spot right there. You've got brass coming through. But with these more modern American makers, they'll say sterling, if they are sterling. So I thought some of this stuff might be coin silver, but I don't think it is. This is the kind of stuff, this fiddleback stuff, that looks like coin silver, but it's important to note that Rogers, and here this mark, this X11, indicates that it's plate. Rogers made a lot of this stuff, and it looks kind of like coin silver in an auction.
My plate, and he put it one of the whole waffles in the syrup, which I didn't want to do.
Okay, I will be pausing this video dealing with child drama, and I'll be back in a moment. We have problems with waffles. All right, so here we have an example of a pattern that we see a lot of. Now, if you're looking at a big pile of stuff and you see the same pattern, you can just take one piece and go, all right, oh, IS, International Silver, I think that's what that means. Anyways, AA is a mark that indicates plate. IS indicates plate pretty much always. I always thought it meant International Silver. Maybe I'm right, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe my children waking me up early has addled my brain. But when I see IS, I don't see it ever being sterling. So, but the nice thing is that we can go, oh, hey, this is all plate. So we can just quickly sort out all of the pieces that are of that pattern, which is particularly nice with knives sometimes, because it can be hard to tell if a knife is actually silver plate. All right, let's keep going here. Let's just grab this whole, wait, is that the, yeah, no, that's a different pattern. But I've been pulling those knives out, And we'll see here. Yep, Avon silver plate. Nice thing that's telling us it's plate. We'll just sort down to what do we got? Here we have let's do a quick sort here. That can go, that can go. We know those ones are plate. Wow, that's interesting. What's going on there? That sure got bent. Huh. That looks like it's definitely steel. We'll have a glance at that one in a second. Let's see, what do we got here? Puritan plate. Monarch Silver Company. Again, you know, if we're looking at sterling, it will tell us. But you can see here we have the indications of the plate coming up. So we know we're not looking at sterling in any case. All right, we got two of the same here. So, oh, wait, four of the same because we have two knives. Now this can be nice because if this is plate, we know that these knives are plate. And that's Wallace. And Wallace will tell us sterling if it is sterling, so we know that just from the markings. But also we can probably see some of the plate coming through. Yeah, right through there. Have we resolved our issues? Are you okay?
I just started eating almost all of my waffles, and I didn't like it. We were having a fight about one waffle, but I got half of it.
Okay, well there's lots of waffles. Why don't you go eat more while he's down here?
Okay. But I don't know back upstairs.
Are you gonna eat waffles?
Yeah.
Don't eat your sister's waffles. Just eat your own waffles.
But we were trading.
No, you weren't trading waffles. She was upset.
No, we were. Betty take my waffles.
No.
But yeah, Betty traded.
No,
Let's traded.
There was no trading. You leave her waffles alone.
Sure.
Okay. Sorry. That's this is what I get for trying to film a video at breakfast time over spring break. Okay, let's look at these guys. I think we're probably going to end up with just a big pile of plate here. What do we got? Again, the IS. A1 is also a plate mark overlay, so it's trying to tell us it's plate, plate, plate. So we know that one's plate. Let's see, what about this little guy right here? Community, plate. Okay, what do we have here? Huh. Well, it's been in a garbage disposal. So if this were plate, we'd probably be seeing plate come through there. Now, this looks like the lion, which would indicate British sterling. That looks like the jaguar head, which would indicate London. PB and RH would be the maker, but I don't see a date stamp on here.
Daddy,
I think
Fred
this...
pushed me.
Well, go eat your waffles. So that's weird. Huh. Well, you know what? We can always test this one, but I'm pretty sure I'm not seeing signs of plate. I'm seeing signs that it's sadly been, like, really messed up. But looks like we got some sterling in there. Now, what I don't understand is why it doesn't have a date mark. But you know what? One of the things I will do here with this video is I will definitely pause this, or I'll look this one up, and we'll see if we can figure out what's going on with it. I think it's made in London. The maker's name should tell us more. But yeah, I think we actually did get sterling. Now I don't know if we got enough sterling to pay for the lot, but hey, let's see what else we got here. So let's look. Is this another Rogers? I think this is another Rogers. Yeah, so that's plate. And this one is probably also Rogers. That's plate. And this one is, I think it's that, huh? Doesn't have, but I think it's, yeah, Rogers. So that's plate. All right.
That almost pushed me off my chair onto the floor.
All right, well, go eat. And don't get pushed. Hey, buddy, stop pushing your sister. I know you like to push your sister, but you should be eating right now. This one's interesting. I don't really know what's going on with it. Generally, with these hollow-handled jobs, if you look close, you'll see like a sterling mark, if it is sterling. But I don't think we have sterling in this case. And the reason is, you see that like white band right around there? That looks like it's got the plate worn off all the way around here. I'm not sure what's going on with this blade. It looks like that was intentionally done. Maybe to cut some kind of fruit or... Interesting. All right. Do a little research here. Figure out what we got. And I'll come on back and tell you what's going on.
I put it back in bed.
Well, you know, that's a timeout, buddy. It's 3 minutes. Go start it. You know, with a spot. All right, we found it. So I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing this right, but it's Bowl and Hendry. 1850 to 1856 was their partnership. Now, the reason that there is no... See, if we're looking at British hallmarks, do I have some British hallmarks handy? Yeah, I've got British hallmarks handy. Right here. Now, these are old British hallmarks, so this is my 1776 spoon. But you see we only have 3 marks on this guy, and on this guy we have 4 marks. And the reason is we have London, sterling, the maker, and then the date mark. So this tells us this one was 1776. The reason that this particular one I can only date between 1850 and 1856 is because these two dudes, Bowl and Hendry, were only in partnership between 1850 and 1856, and they didn't stamp their silver with a date stamp or a date. And the reason for that is that it's not British silver. Now you might ask, okay, so it's not British silver, then why does it have the lion? See, if we look here, we've got our lion. Why does it have the little jaguar head? You might ask, is that a jaguar head? Good question. The answer is because this is not a British hallmark. This is a pseudo hallmark. And that is to say, it's made to look like a British hallmark. And that's because this spoon is Canadian. It's from Montreal, 1850 to 1856. And this, the Bowl guy, I'm not sure there's a whole lot more information on him, but the RH, the Henry, he was apparently quite the supplier of sterling to Canada during his life. And you will apparently find his pseudo hallmark of this lion, and then the head is, I don't know if that's supposed to be a jaguar head or if it's supposed to be the sovereign George or whoever it was at that point. But it is made to look like British hallmarks. But in Canada at that time, there were no laws regarding that. So the question is, how much silver did I actually buy for my $30 after shipping? Let's see. Because everything else turned out to be plate. Did we pay spot for this spoon? Almost. So we overpaid if we are just being a stacker. However, I'm excited because this is my very first Canadian sterling, and I like it. It's a shame that it's so chewed up. Maybe that's something that I can repair at some point, at some later day. I'm not sure. Leave a comment if there is actually some way to repair that sort of thing. And then also, leave a comment if you know what on earth is going on with this one, because it's sharp. This is like a carbon steel blade, and I'm guessing it's for slicing something. This is a plate, I'm pretty certain, but it's like it's for scooping something out. Is it like for melons? For like, because man, that'd be handy if it was the case. Or did somebody just bend it? Leave a comment. I hope you can use this information to go out and find yourself some treasure. Have a great day.
Like this, I've been Thomas.